Hi guys, Mrs. Kirk here. Welcome back. Today we are going to go over an interesting way to use water bottles. So I'm talking about the disposable type of plastic water bottles instead of recycling this week. Hang on to a few and I'll show you what to do. So here we go. I have my little workstation set up. I have a water bottle, another one that has been cut, and this is kind of our goal here. So we're going to be cutting water bottles to create the picture that I posted on the website. This is kind of inspired by Dale Chihuly, one of my favorite glass artists. Really cool stuff that he does. So here's what we are doing. Our goal is to cut this water bottle so that it's kind of like Slinky Dog, right? He's sort of slinky in the middle. Now, the goal is also to color this water bottle. And, I cut it first, and then I thought to myself, it's a little bit difficult to color it once it's been cut. So I brought another water bottle with me. And all I'm going to do is take the label off. And you can see I've got some water in there. So hold on a second. Let me drink up this water bottle. Don't waste the water. Drink it up. Hold on. I did it. I drank all the water. Now here's the thing. When a water bottle is empty and there's nothing in it, it squishes very easily. So I'm going to put the cap back on nice and tight because that's going to give a little bit of firmness to the water bottle as it holds air inside. I have a bunch of Sharpies here, or permanent markers that are in all different colors. I've placed a piece of paper down on my drawing surface because, as you guys well know, the Sharpies do tend to go through onto the surface that's underneath. You don't want that to happen. And now I can just begin to color. It's not going to be perfect because we're talking about coloring with Sharpies. It's not going to get every nook and cranny, but that's okay. Some areas maybe you want thicker. Maybe some areas will be thinner with a Sharpie. Maybe you want to mix colors. Right now I'm just kind of going down one section of one section of the water bottle with the Sharpie. And already the odor of the Sharpie is starting to get a little bit potent. So just something to remember when you're working with Sharpie or any permanent markers. They do tend to smell a little bit strong. It's a good idea to use these outside. Yes, this is a great outdoor activity. So you can see I just color, and keep on coloring. I'm going to pause the video and color some more so you don't have to watch all of this happen. Okay, so I'm continuing to work on this, and you can see I've gone most of the way around with just different colors and stripes. And I wanted to give you a couple of tips that I've learned along the way. First, this direction of coloring with the side of the marker, the wide point of the marker, seems to work better than this way. This way does not work so well. This way works really well. And Mr. Hendricks would be proud of us all right now. Can you hear it? It makes these really fun crackling noises as you go over the ridges in the bottle. Just making a little music here. Now, notice it doesn't really take as long as I initially thought it would. I really thought this was going to take quite a bit of time. But if you use the side of that marker, I don't know if I can get this to clear up, but if you can use the side of the marker, the wide part of the marker, instead of the point, you're coloring with more surface area and it doesn't take as long. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, I think I've colored the whole thing as much as I'm going to for right now. I have to be honest, I'm really not sure how this is going to turn out colored. I know what it's going to look like this way, and I've seen pictures of this project, and I'm familiar with the artist Dale Chihuly and what I want it to look like, so now it's time to give it a try. I need a pair of scissors for the next step, of course, because I'm going to be cutting this in a spiral. Okay, remember, we're thinking about Slinky Dog here. We really want a Slinky Dog type center on this water bottle. I still have the lid on. It doesn't really matter. You could take it off if you wanted to right now, but I'm just going to start by cutting a little slit in it so I can get my scissors in here. And I need to be sure that I'm cutting upward as I go. I don't want to cut strips off, right? I want these parts to dangle down like a slinky. So I'm just turning or rotating the bottle as I go. You might see a few last droplets of water come out while I'm cutting. It's really quite easy to cut, at least this bottle is. It was quite thin plastic. So it's really pretty easy to cut. You can see I'm really only even using the tip of the scissors, which is the weakest part of the scissors, and it's super simple. Of course, you can cut these strips as thick or as thin as you want them to be. I thought I'd go for a little thicker. I want it to hold up and be fairly strong, and I'm kind of thinking this would be fun to hang outside because it's all permanent, right? Nothing outside will hurt the plastic, and it won't hurt the permanent marker or the Sharpie, so it should be fine to be able to hang this outside when I'm done. All right. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm really happy with that. Okay. Well, now I don't know, do I need to take the lid off? I'm not sure. I have some string here, and my goal is to get this to hang, and I might even want to hang the other one with it if I can figure out how to color it, or maybe a clear one is okay to have, because combining them together is really what makes this look super, super cool. All right, so I'm going to tie some string around the top of each of these, hold them up together, and then show you the end result. Here it is. It's really fun. I imagine that this would look amazing if I had, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe a dozen of these all together, a dozen water bottles all colored and some clear. I really actually like the clear combined with the colored one because then there's some contrast between the two or differences that make it interesting. I think this would be wonderful to hang outside and let the wind just kind of take it. Oh, isn't that fun? So on the top to tie it, I just use some really simple knots. Okay, you might need mom or dad or some adult to help you with those knots. They were a tiny bit tricky. You can see I left the lid on one, took the lid off the other. I don't think that really matters. I think that what's great about it is how bright and shiny and colorful and bouncy it is. So hope you have fun with this project. This was a project recommended by one of our parents. So thank you, Sigsbee parents, for reaching out and helping out with some of this great stuff. See you soon.